I guess let me go first. Okay. Um, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So my name is Wisdom. I you said what the question was like what experience we had with traveling with points, right?
Yeah. Just
Oh.
basic introduction, your experience with points, and yeah, so.
I haven't traveled with points, but I just have some. I usually fly United, and I'm a mileage plus member with United, so with that gives like some access to the lounges and all of that. But I do know that you can purchase points, but I have never purchased points. I know I have points accumulated from like previous travel, and then when I
Mhm.
want to like travel, sometimes I can use both the points and whatever cash that's left to pay, and then
Mm.
I make the payment. But yeah, that's it for me on points
Yeah,
traveling.
I would never recommend purchasing point, but we'll get to that. I'll show you
Okay.
guys. But yeah, all right. I'm just gonna call people. Just yeah, Miriam, go ahead. I see you unmuted yourself already.
Uh-uh. Hi, everybody. My name is Miriam. I have some experience because I have a Delta membership and the American Express, so I've used them points in the past to travel, but cost me a lot of points, unlike how John is able to book his own. So I'm interested in learning more.
All right. All right, Miriam. Ernest, you wanna maybe introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Ernest, and I'm a cloud engineer. In terms of interest, I mean, I do a lot. But I like traveling. I like playing tennis, soccer, and pickleball. But I've I travel a lot. But in terms of using points on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 5. I'm actually planning a trip in March, for my birthday, so that's particularly why
Oh, we have something to. Where are you going? So I can help you search. What are you
Yeah.
thinking
Okay. So,
about?
I'm going to Turkey.
Turkey. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Turkey,
Okay.
but I'm visiting two cities in Turkey. So I
Okay.
wanted to do that. And then I'm also planning on going to South Africa next year as well. So initially I wanted to do the Virgin points transfer with
Mm-hmm.
Chase because it was going for one to 1.5, but they didn't have any flights to Turkey, only South Africa, but I
Oh,
couldn't leverage that. So yeah, I've been searching. So if anyone finds anything, please let me know.
okay. All right, no problem. All right, who is the next person? Enes, what is the three digits number of the Turkish airport that you want to land?
IST.
IST.
Yeah, that's
That is
Istanbul.
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 Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, George, go ahead.
My name is Adele George, and I have passion for travel. I have, I've literally just been across the world, and but for the past 9, 10 years, I've been in America. I've been kind of like stuck. So you know what it is. But I think I am ripe to start back with the passion I had before for traveling. I think I'm just getting right there back. I'm not too really used to using points because back in the days I used to get free tickets. I'm here to learn on how to start using the point. I have a lot of credit card, like I said. I just
Yeah.
need to get the right one, the one to merge. As in, like it's crazy. I actually got 13 credit card. It's crazy with almost 165,000 credit line.
Wow.
It is crazy. It's that crazy, but it's just trying to merge and also trying to get the right one. Or that's what I'm here to learn.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Michael. Enes, what date are you kind of thinking about? Did you say March next year?
Yeah, March. I'm looking at last week of March to first week of April. So something like 25th
Okay.
to like 7th of April.
March, last week of March. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Michael, go ahead. How are you, Michael?
I'm good. Hi. Thank you for inviting me to this class. My name is
Sure.
Michael. Um, I travel a whole lot, usually international destinations, but I've just been accruing points
Mm.
years. I've not like actually put them to use or know exactly how to accrue more or like get to use them more.
How many points do you have and what credit card?
Uh,
Just a ballpark number, not, you know.
I know with Amex I should have like 200,000, I think.
Wow.
Um,
Bro, I can plan a
Ah,
trip. I can plan a trip for you to Europe or everything paid with that 200,000 points.
I'm going to be upset because I'm actually going to Cape Town on Friday and I should
Oh,
have
wow.
contacted you to use the point or whatever, but it's kind of too late now. But there's always a trip to go to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
that is why I joined the class because I'm like, yeah, I could learn a whole lot from maximizing my points. And
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have good interaction today. All right, Churchy, over to you.
Hi.
Hi,
My name,
Churchy.
hi, my name is Charity. Um, so my knowledge about traveling with clients, I do follow some people. I've read a few things here and there online in thread and like the points guide. Um, so I have the Chase Sapphire preferred credit card, which is just got a points. I've only used it for like local travel, but I haven't used it for international travel yet. I just know
Okay.
about it, but haven't really done anything towards it.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Yeah, so just quick introduction about myself. I'm going to start telling you guys a story what really got me into the points game. And I would share my screen. Obviously, my name is Chukwuka John. Um, I am a cloud security engineer and I love to travel. It's something that me and my wife agree on that both of us we like to travel. So, as much as possible, we like the euphoria of just experiencing something for the first time. Both of us, it's one of those ways that we kind of refresh our love and pour into ourselves, right? So, I am going to share my screen and tell you guys a story. So in 2024, I started researching about points, you know. I got a book and I read the book and it kind of tickled my interest why points are very important. And these are literally all the trips that I plan. I plan every trip and I take a screenshot of it because this thing is just like amazing to me, you know, how so technically I went to London and I flew business class going and I bought a business class trip coming back. So I flew JetBlue and while coming back, Virgin kind of demoted me. They demoted me to economy. I was so livid. I was so mad, you know. But then again, they paid me 100,000 points. I was like, I bought a business class seats for just 35,000 points. And then just to say, sorry, sorry, we couldn't fly you to in business class back to United States. We're going to give you 100,000 points. I was like, shoot, technically I am flying back to United States free of charge plus additional, what is it, 65,000 points. I'll take that. And I'll see how I can maybe fly me and my wife to back to London or back to England, in business class. But so the idea is that these things are out there, but you have to just understand how airlines work. I figured out that if you really like to travel and you want to maximize the points, you have to be flexible. That's the number one rule. You have to be flexible because take for instance that you want to fly to London and then you know you are choosing a date where when everybody and anybody is traveling, it's going to be hard. Basically the law of supply and demand, right? When there is high demand for something, then they are going to increase their prices, and business class are seriously outrageous. They are crazy expensive. I don't even suggest anybody to pay that crazy amount of money, right? But then you have to figure out that most times these airlines, they release seats. Okay, I just did a search for what NS was thinking about. So I use a tool called seats.aero. Let me paste this link for you guys. So if you guys want to get this tool, I paid how much did I pay again? About less than $100 for 1 year of this. And trust me, this particular tool pays for itself. By the time you get one business class and travel, and then go and compare the actual price, go and compare like the actual cash price for that point that you are getting. So what this website does is that it aggregates all the reward available right now, right? So Ernest wanted to travel sometime in March in 2026, right? Um, I do search like based on 14-day period. So it adds plus or minus 14 days, because remember what I said before is that the first rule is that you have to be flexible. When you are flexible, you can be able to expand your scope to catch as many flights as possible. So Ernest, look at this deal. This is 135,000 points. This is a direct flight from DFW to Istanbul, and this is Turkish Airways. So if
Well,
I
and it doesn't matter what like it doesn't matter if it's like Amex points or Chase points or
yeah, it's going to show you actually I'm going to give you a tool. There's this other tool that I use. But then there is this other website that I like. This one is for people who like Excel. If you use this website, points.me, and do a
yeah,
search.
heard of that.
Have you heard of this one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a search of that DFW. Do I have to sign in? So it will tell you like the points that you are going to, but then there is this other tool that I can share with all of you guys. This is what I use. So this particular tool will tell you. So we are looking at block. Not for now. We're looking at Turkish Airways. So here you can see you cannot transfer Chase points to Turkish Airways, but you can transfer Capital One. You can transfer City points to it. And you can transfer like build points to it. So I'm going to put a link to this particular Excel sheet in the WhatsApp stuff that we have, so that you guys can have access to this. But this has like all the airlines. I don't want to go too far in this. I just want to take it one step ahead of time. So let's go back to what I was trying to share earlier on. So when I went to, where is my Europe trip? Yeah. So this was the trip that really opened my eyes. Obviously, I have a wife and I have a kid, right? And I wanted to go to Europe for 2 weeks, you know. That ordinary would break your bank accounts, you know, like paying for hotels, paying for flights, and paying for literally everything. Um, so I think at the end of the day, I ended up spending like about $8,355 for the ones that I could calculate. This doesn't include food for sure, but I ended up spending about 536,000 points. And the hotel I stayed in Paris, I paid 23,000 points for it. The flight I had to book it with cash because I didn't get any deal. um, so for this particular La Meridian, this is Marriott Hotel. Get the I had to get the Marriott card because they were giving 5 free nights as a welcome bonus, right? So I got the card, and basically I was reserving the 5 free nights. And this thing was so good because I stayed in one of the best Marriott hotels in Milan, one of the best hotel in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. And that 5 nights already, I mean, think about spending 14 nights in Europe, you know, minus 5 nights, you know. So that was why I got the card, because of that 5 nights free. And then every year they will give you one free night bonus, you know. The card is $95 per year. So I did my comparison. you know, this card is, I'm going to be paying $95 a year. But if I can get one free night in a very good Marriott hotel, if you guys don't know, Marriott Hotel is a very, very good brand, good hotel brand. Um, so I decided to get the card since, that one free night actually pays for itself. We stayed in Rome for 51,000 points. So these two hotels here, the Holiday Inn, I also got the IHG card, and this one gave me like, was it about 3 nights for introductory offer? We use it to stay in Amsterdam, and we stayed in Zurich, Switzerland with it. So we visited 5 countries altogether in Europe. I think Ernest was traveling around that time. So me and Ernest, we kind of crossed paths. We were traveling Europe around that time.
Yeah.
So these were like other, okay, I think I included like MX, all the amount of money I spent, but this was kind of what it cost me for 2 weeks Europe tour. I documented all of this. Somehow these things give me joy, to do all of these things. So this is the Frankfurt hotel that we stayed in. I think there was a place I was trying to show the amount of points that it took me. Maybe I didn't capture it. So this is just their welcome offer that okay, yeah. This one has the 51,000 points here. So this was my first intro into using points to pay for stuff and pay for things, and I really, really loved it. When I did that, it was super interesting. So I started like looking out for more stuff. Um, when me and my wife went to Houston, basically we paid everything using points. So this was it. We paid for SUV. Um, we paid for SUV, like renting a car with points. Um, and then we flew to Houston on points. Um, that airline was American Airline, but if you look at this transfer sheet here, American Airline does not accept points from a lot of vendors. So what we did was that we had to use Etihad Airways to book. So, and this is one hack that you have to learn very well if you truly want to master the game of booking points. So if you look at this sheet right here, all airlines here, they are part of this sky team. And sometimes, let's say, okay, Virgin Atlantic, let's say Delta has only transfer points with American Express, right? But they don't have with Chase, they don't have with Capital One. So what happens when you have a lot of points in Capital One, but you cannot transfer to Delta straight, right? So what happens is, because they are part of the Sky team, if you do a search in KLM or do a search in Air France that has that transfer with Capital One, if that flight is available, so sometimes what Delta will do is, because they hate to fly empty, and this is something you guys need to know. Airlines, they hate to fly empty. So whatever would make them to fill out the seats in the airplane, they are going to do that, right? So what they will do is that they will give certain number of seats to Air France. Hey, would you mind marketing this to your people for us, right? And Air France will market, hey, we have 2 seats available if you want to fly. And then people that have the Capital One points, because they cannot transfer to Delta straight, they can now book the flights with Air France. And that's exactly what we did here. Nobody can transfer except if you have the city card, but you cannot transfer to American Airlines, right? So I did the search on Etihad Airways and found the same flight that was in American, and I was able to book it. So this is actually, you see it right here. It's actually an American airline. It's actually an American airline, but I booked it through Etihad Airways. So Miriam, this is one of the A little bit hacking that you need to know. I'm going to share this screen with all of you guys because this is going to be a lifesaver. And
Yes.
if you can get this, if you can get this is around maybe $10 every month, right? um One of the question I asked all of you, do you like to travel? Because there are some costs to some of these things. Look at this particular deal right here from Dallas to Athens. Technically this is going to be, let's say, is this business class? Let me see what class this is. See available flight. No flight found. Why are you guys advertising that? um but I mean, these guys are good. I like some of their, I just like their interface, but I didn't know about them before I paid for seats.aero. This one is just like more like Excel, but it's actually very good as well, you know. But this one will show you kind of what points, what credit cards you can transfer to some of these things. So yeah, number one action item for me is to share this particular sheet with you guys. But yeah, let's go back to some of the trips that I have done. So this is the London one I was telling you guys about. I found this JetBlue from this website, right? I was searching this website and I saw this particular flight is a business class flight and it's a one-way flight. And that's something I've figured out most points that you have to, most airlines that you have to book with points will be usually typically one way. And I found it here, went to the website, figured out that I have some points with Amex. I had about 100 and something thousand points with Amex, and then I transferred about 80 something thousand to JetBlue, and I was able to book that flight. On JetBlue. So yeah, this is 80,000 points and it's a business class flight. But this is the thing. I'm flying from DFW. I'm flying from, DFW to Boston. So if you can see that this flight is from Boston. So what I do is that because the idea was I wanted to fly business class and that was it. I'm not caring about the economy. I don't want to see any economy stuff. I just wanted to see all the flights that are leaving United States. And that's the beauty of this tool. You can search like based on, I am going to take a screen. Okay, maybe NS, we can do this search again. You can search based on, say, region, North America. Let me just type America and see. I think it's not America. Let's go back to search. North America. Nothing is coming out. Say United States. Okay, so right here, United States, and then let's say we want to go to Europe and figure out Europe large airports, right? And so technically, you can land in London and also land in France. Those two airports are not too far from each other, and you can take a train, right? So I think going back to what I was saying before, I think flexibility is just the biggest stuff with traveling. If you are flexible, like I was flexible that I was looking for a flight that is leaving United States, anywhere United States to Europe, right? And I saw like a Boston flight for 80,000 points. And basically, what I did was I had to book another flight from DFW to Boston, right? It becomes like a two-legged trip for me. But I wanted that business class experience. So that's how it is. Like sometimes because we are here, like United might be doing deals. Say people that are flying from Houston, it is your duty if you want to drive 4 hours to Houston just so you could have that business class experience, it is your duty call, to do that or not. But if you are flexible, you are going to get more flights that are out there. And then you have to search as much as possible. You have to search on daily basis. I found this flight that is going to, so this is the London flight. Where is the, this is Virgin flight. This is a business, the business class flight I was telling you guys about, upper class, right? I found this flight for 35,000 points. I was like, wow. That was my first reaction. I didn't even think twice and I booked it, you know. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to fly business class back to United States, but they eventually gave me another 100,000 points. I was like, okay, let me just keep the points there. And these 35,000 points, this is the true value in cash. It's around this is upper class, it's around 1,472. If I were to pay cash with it that particular day, this was the amount I was going to pay, right? So there is value in this thing. Like, this is one of those games that when you start playing it, you don't want to stop. You know, you don't want to stop. So technically, let's look at Origin. Origin, any airport in United States, and then we are looking for any airport, and then we just want to fly business class. Okay, look at, guys, if I want to fly March, this is March 17th. Bro, look at a business class flight for 29,000 points. Remember, I got this one for how many points? 35,000 points. The only thing with Virgin is that their taxes are much. So especially when they are landing in Heathrow, so this LHR Heathrow, their taxes are much, right? So look at the taxes, 571. But I'll still fly it anyways because, you know, um, if you guys want, I can do a search and you can see like the actual amount is going to cost for us to pay this in cash, you know. So you compare that with that 571 that you are paying. Actually, let me do that search right now so that you guys can see Google Flights. I don't need trend, I need flights.
So, John, I
Yeah.
just looked at that point.me and they have 40% off. It's ending today for the membership if anybody wanted to get.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have this meeting today, because
Oh, you saw it.
not only because of that, there's just a lot of like Black Friday sales going on, you know. So if you guys like NS, you want to travel, that $10 per month, you know, like by the time you book a business class, bro, that thing is going to pay for itself, you know. So we are going from IAD to LHR. And we want, this is March 17. And maybe I should search on their website straight. That will save me a lot of problem. So this is the one-way flight. Let's see if we can see that Virgin flight here. A lot of, maybe I can use the filter up here. Atlantic only. Okay. And then let's change this thing to business class. All right. So all right. So is this is non-stop? Is there any non-stop flight here? All of these things have one stop, but I wanted you guys to see like the direct comparison. But I think the best thing is actually to go to their website to search for this. But let's just say this is an overview of how much it's going to cost just for this one-legged flight from, I think this is Washington, yeah, Washington Dulles Airport to London, right? So you can see how even with economy, you are flying economy, right? This is just 10,000 points, just flying economy. So I can fly with all my friends, like if I have like about 5 friends who want to go to London and we don't care about where we fly, technically I can take all my friends for like about 40,000 points and we go to London, right? For just 40,000 points. That's crazy cheap. You have to go to Google and look at, or even go to their website and look at how much that is going to cost, right? Even with their taxes, the taxes on this economy is 107 USD, right? That doesn't even compare. Now, this is the business class, 29,000 points. This is a steal. You can fly all of this. So everywhere you see green here, this is just a direct flight. And the other ones, like this one is a connecting flight. Um, so yeah, when you want to travel, as long as you are flexible. When I found this flight, it took me about 2 days of consistent searching. When I found this flight on yeah, Virgin Atlantic, it took me about 2 days of consistent searching because technically you don't know when they are going to release the award flights. So you have to be on tools like this, always refreshing your screen, refreshing your screen. Obviously, I search during my own time, I was searching based on 7 days. And I never ask for OPT from my work until I get a deal. That is my own way of traveling. I don't ask for OPT from work or anything. I would search and search and search until I get a deal. Once I get the deal, I secure it. Then I go back to my work and ask them for OPT, right? Just so I make sure I'm secure, and also increase that my chances of being available. So obviously, I mean, Michael, you have 200,000 points, bro. So you are seeing like things that are available for you to do here. If you want to fly economy, if you want to fly business class, you can technically do all of these things. So remember, I use like USA to Europe just to expound my search. So if I want to narrow this thing down to, let's say flights that are leaving from DFW, I type DFW here. It's going to filter that for me. Even at that, Alaska Airline is flying. I think this flight is operated by American, okay, British Airways. So like this one right now doesn't make any sense. Even though, look at the taxes. This is 996 plus 55,000 points. It doesn't make any sense to me. Even some of you guys might want to fly first class too. Right here, you see a first class ticket for 115. This is Miriam. This is one of those things you have to do and take yourself on a very good vacation to Europe.
I should. I should.
Yeah. So American, 115. You fly a first class. At least give yourself that experience. Feel what it feels like to be in a first class lounge. And then book ahead of time. So yeah, let's go back to this. One thing that points does is that it doesn't only work for airlines. I think the places that have used points the most is actually the hotels. So during my wife's birthday, I booked this Ritz Carlton's hotel in um Irving, yeah, Los Colones in Irving, for this is just for one night, 58,000 points, right? So look at the cost of this hotel. The cost of this hotel is 830 USD dollars per night. This is a five-star hotel, right? So this is where I transferred the hotel from my Amex to Marriott Bonvoy because the hotel is listed under Marriott Bonvoy. And then they were doing an offer. So technically, I was transferring 1,000 points. Then they will give me 1,300 Marriott points. So if you guys look at your Chase right now, if you look at your Amex right now, there is Black Friday offers going on here and there. And that is something I was trying to post in that in our group. So technically they were giving me 30% for every 1,000 points I transferred. So what I did was, I brought out my calculator and transferred, enough points. So this 58,000 points that I transferred obviously did not cost me 58. So if you do like times 0.70 here, it will tell you the actual amount of points I transferred because they were doing a promo. Okay, I think. Okay, so this is just the payment and this is just for one night, right? And guess what? This is the first five-star hotel that I have stayed in my life, and the experience was worth it. It was super cool. Like immediately you park your car there, people are they're calling you sir. They're opening your boot, bringing out your luggages, and it makes you really feel cool. It makes you feel like really cool. And then they would so when I told them that it was my wife's birthday, that we actually leave okay, yeah, Wisdom, I'm coming to you. That we actually leave, more like 30 minutes away from here, but we just wanted to spend a night here for my wife's birthday. They were like, "Oh, cool, that they have a villa." So remember, this hotel was 800 and the room that we paid for was 830. So because they have a villa that nobody was occupying, and I was a Marriott Bonvoy member, and that's the reason why you guys have to start signing up for this. So Marriott Bonvoy member, that was the card I told you guys that I paid $95 every year for, and they give me one night free for I think 35,000 points. So I can go to any hotel. So technically that card is paying for itself and I love to travel. So eventually I'm going to pay that money anyways because I love to travel, right? So they upgraded us to this particular room right here. I don't think I had the screenshot, but the room was $1,050. It was amazing. It was massive. I still have the pictures in my phone, that I can show to you guys. But yeah, sometimes when you get to a hotel and because you are a member, you're a premium member of that hotel, you can ask them, hey, is there rooms available? Guys, when I was flying to London on a business class, there were 8 pods, 8 business class pods. There wasn't filled by people, but there were people in the economy class. Sometimes it's just for you to ask. I'm telling you, just ask, hey, do you guys have any upgrade available for us? Being the fact that I'm a platinum member, I'm a gold member of your card. Do you have any upgrade available for us? And then they can see if there is anything available and give yourself a nice experience. Yeah, Wisdom, what's your question?
Okay, so I wanted to find out between points.me and seats.aero, which one do you recommend? Because I'm trying to subscribe to one now before the
So
deal ends.
I technically like just the interface. If I were to do it again, I like the interface of points.me. Let's see, points game. I like the interface. I like their interfaces and then how they do their search. They give you like suggestions. Let's see,
Okay.
business class upgrade. Okay, I think I was just searching far off. Let's just use January. So you see what the search looks like.
Mhm.
I like the interface. If I were to do it again, I'll go for this one. So the reason why I like this one is because, okay, look right here. It's giving me a deal. So I'm searching from DFW to Athens, Greece. It's giving me a deal that is currently live right now. But then it's telling me some of the credit cards that can transfer to British Airways. Let's look
Mm.
at one that has multiple. Yeah, look at this one. So this one,
Mm.
technically, I can transfer Amex membership points. I can transfer build points, and everything here is credit card, right?
Mm.
So that helps you understand. I can transfer Capital One points. I can transfer Chase points. I can transfer City and Wells Fargo points. So that's the reason why I like this one better. But I'm not using it because I've already paid for membership in Seats.aero. Seats.aero is also good. I think it tells you those information too. where is all okay. I don't think it gives you that much detail, but if I click on this and also I have this sheet right here that I can use to see who and who transfers points to who, but you don't need this particular sheet if you can get points.me. If
Okay.
just to tell you what I like, if this my membership expires here, I'm going to sign up for this one. That's just the simple truth here. Yeah, because it helps my life. It makes things easy for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
if they are on sale, Black Friday sale, that's why I wanted to have this call. Like I said before, some of these things are on sale for some of you guys that are planning trips, for next year. This is actually the time to start searching for all these websites and booking your flight. Okay, Miriam, have a question. If you have Amex Platinum, it comes with Marriott Gold membership, but you have to sign up. Yeah, go ahead and sign up for it, Miriam. Go ahead and sign up. I was gonna show you guys. So I have Chase Sapphire card. That card is 790 something per year. I know that a lot of people, when you guys see that price tag for 700, okay, Miriam, can you unmute yourself and tell us your experience with, the Amex Platinum? How are you using the perks that it comes with?
Um, I'm using a lot of it because I was reviewing it the other day with my cousin that wants to sign up. So we were checking what I have used, and honestly, I'm the one that's owing American Express at this point because I signed up for almost everything
Mm,
that I can. So they pay for like my Hulu, they
mm,
pay for my Walmart membership.
yeah,
I use the Marriott membership. Then I have Claire, that one they pay 299. Oh
mm-hmm,
no, 199. Then TSA pre-check also they pay it every year.
yeah,
They give you $600 hotel credits. I still have that. I'm trying to just book a hotel in Dallas next weekend so that I can use it.
mm,
Even Resi. So if you use any of these hotels in Resi, they refund you. I've only used $100 in that. But they did something where you can track your progress. So now you can really just log in and see everything you have used. And honestly, I feel like I've when we calculated it, I've used a lot more than.
yeah,
The only thing is like we spoke the last time is the points. I have to always buy expensive points because I can only really transfer to Delta. So I still have to buy my flights with very, very high points. So that's
yeah.
just the only other thing that, yeah.
So, I hope that, if you get this Excel, you can look at other Delta partners. If you get the Excel,
Mhm.
instead of paying that crazy amount with, okay, instead of paying that crazy amount, look at some other transfer partners that Delta have and see if you can find that flight in their website.
Like
Sometimes
Air
it's gonna be,
France.
yes, sometimes it's
Yeah.
gonna be super cheap for you to pay. Um, so if you guys want to travel, sometimes it might just mean, is that ice? Sometimes it might just mean paying for one of these credit cards. I have 3 credit cards that I recommend you get. Um, if somebody wants to add some more credit cards, I don't know if George wants to do this because George has like 18.
Hell no, I'm trying to consolidate.
Bro, you have 18 already. I don't know what strategy you were using. What kind of
I don't have
strategy is that
18. I
one?
only
So
oh,
like, but technically, this is the deal. I feel like at every particular point in time, right? I am always strategizing what points do I want to have, you know? What points do I want to have? Let me go show you guys my AA account real quick. So this is my American Airlines, and guess what? This is the reason why I like American Airlines. Number one is because they have a hub in Dallas, Texas, and if at all I'm going to recommend anything to you guys, I would say perhaps get an American Airlines card. You know, the reason is because they have a hub in Dallas, Texas, and then they can fly literally a lot of places. So American Airline is really good. this is how much points I've accrued in AA already. I am just waiting for whenever my wife will say, "Oh, I want to go to a trip. I want to go to Cancun or something," right? So these 100,000 points can technically pay for a business class to anywhere that we want to go, right? Obviously, I have to get a deal for that, right? Um, but that's the beauty. So if you figure out an airline that is local to, I think most of us, okay, except Wisdom and Cherici, if you figure out an airline that is that has a hub in the city that you live in, that means that they are going to have more flights leaving from your location or returning to your location from a whole lot of other places. So it's usually good to and just like that Marriott card I have, this Amex card is also $95 per year. But guess what? They will give you a free bag, a free check-in bag, plus I think either two other people that you are flying with, and they will allow you to board in the they will allow you to board with the group 5 boarding. So these are some of the perks that comes with the card. It's not that much, but for a free check-in bag, you can technically see that $95 is nothing compared to free check-in bags. So I look at all the benefits of all these cards, even though they have like annual fees and all that. I look at the benefits. Is it going to outweigh obviously, like I said before, you have to love to travel. If not, this game is not for you. Don't even try it because you are going to be spending a whole lot of money at the end of the day. Yeah, wisdom.
So aside traveling, I beg, how do they take accumulate this point? Because because I'm
So
like,
there's gonna be a special class for that, but let me show you what I did recently. So I think the best way to accumulate points, bro, and everybody here, is to go to their shopping portal. You know, um, so whenever you sign up for cards, they give you like 60,000 points. They give you like introductory offer, right? So that was what I was explaining the first time when I said the Marriott Hotel gave me 5 free nights for an intro offer. And that was what me and my wife used for our 14-day trip to in Europe, right? So we spent night in Marriott Hotel. We didn't spend any dime. I think the only money we spent was the breakfast that we had to eat, right? So technically, if you want to do what I did, right, sign up for Marriott cards, especially when they have an offer. Don't just go and sign up right now. Just sign up when they are, have an offer going, free 5 nights and all that, and then you could technically go to Europe, spend 5 nights in a Marriott hotel and come back, right? So the number one is the introductory offer, right? So when you start applying for cards, they are going to give you an intro. But other than that, one of the other best ways to get all these things is to look at, let me find this thing right here. Anyway, this is how I get it. AA shopping portal. So if you just go and type AA shopping portal and obviously you click on login, I'm going to do like a special class for this one. But this is what I just did. I just bought an Aldo shoe. I bought an Aldo shoe and I think I spent about 200 and something dollars, right? Those Aldo shoes that I bought earned me 2.5 miles per dollar, right? Just by using shop now, clicking on shop now, and they're going to reroute you to Aldo website. And anything you buy here, you are going to earn points on MX, you know. So this thing I just showed you guys right now, okay, look at it. I bought the shoe for $254. And how much points did I earn? Okay, this is the points I earned here. 637 to about 2.5, right? So technically, if I want to save for this next 90 days, right, I want to earn a lot of American Express points, American Advantage, American Airlines points. I am technically going to kind of focus my attention on using more of their credit cards for my day-to-day expenses. and that will help me to accumulate as many points as possible. So whenever I got this MX card, I was about around 60,000 points. That was their intro offer, but I've been able to grow it to 100,000 points, just by, I think, Miriam, I was showing you around that time that, let me show you guys this because this is the one I use the most. And Capital One is amazing. So you guys have to figure out how to convert your daily expenses into a point accruing game, right? When you figure that out, it's game over. You are going to be accruing points the rest of your life. So there are 3 cards I recommend. Number 1 is the Chase Sapphire card. Number 2 is the Amex Platinum. I don't have that one, but it's a very, very good travel card. And number 3 is this card right here. This card right here cost me only $95 a year. But the amount of points I am able to accrue with this card, so this card will pay you 2x for every expense. That is massive. So right now, this is the amount of points. Obviously, all my family expenses, this is where we do our family. My wife has her own card. I have my own card, right? But this is where you make a lot of points. If you look at right here, this shopping, I showed you guys the American shopping. Right here, you see the activate shopping offers. Let's click on all offers. So technically, me and my wife, we shop at Walmart a lot. If I spend $200 at Walmart and I shop online, this is going to give me 2x of that, right? So technically about 1,200 points or thereabouts. If I go to Walgreens, it's going to give me 5x of that. If I shop anything in Apple. So technically, there are a lot of you guys go to Amazon to shop and do all of those things. Amazon doesn't give you any points. I think I showed Miriam when I bought like a keyboard. I bought a keyboard from, what is it called again? Is it Guitar Center? So what I did was I came here. Look at that. I came here and typed Guitar Center. And then I saw that they were giving an offer, I think around 6x miles for any $1 spent. So what I did was that I used this coupon right here. The piano I bought was about, everything was about like 1,200, times 6. That's about 6,000 points. That 6,000 points can pay one leg of a flight for me, one economy leg of a flight for me to perhaps go to somewhere, you know. So the idea is that how do you convert your day-to-day expenses into a points accruing game? It's through credit cards like this, you know. I don't even spend anything right now without thinking about what credit card is going to give me the most points. I'm going to share you guys very, very advanced strategies that I'm using to earn points, but that will be in the subsequent class. So, but yeah, real quick, this is how I accrue points. Yeah. Who is that? Tega.
It's me.
No, somebody raised their hand.
Okay.
I think Sunshine, that's you, right?
Tega.
Sunshine.
It's Tega.
Oh, Tega. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question. You just said something about a 6,000 point paying a leg of a flight.
Yeah.
So I have this, I don't know if it's going to be equivalent to like a Delta point system where 6,000 miles can get you a one leg of a flight. Because I have a 12,000 plus points on my Delta app.
Okay.
But when I look at that, it's like it really can do much for me. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong or I'm just a novice and I don't know what I'm doing with those points.
Okay.
So yeah. So just a little clarification, would that mile system apply to a Delta flight or it's just a particular website that 6,000 can help with a leg of a flight?
So this is the problem with accruing points with a particular airline, right? So look at this, Tega. If I accrue points here, right, with this Capital One card, let me show you this thing right now. So if I accrue points with this, see this transfer rewards here. I can transfer the points that I've accrued here to several vendors, right? Okay, look at this. That 116,000, I can transfer that to Japan Airlines. I can transfer it to Qatar. I can transfer it to Fly Blue, which is Air France and KLOM. So these are the partners I can transfer all those points to. But then, if you are the type of person that only accrues, let's say, American airline points, right? American airline points, I cannot transfer it to any other vendor. I have to use it for American airline flights. So that's why some people will tell you that Chase points are strong, that MX points are strong, because with MX, you can transfer MX to either a hotel, you can transfer MX to an airline, you can transfer MX to a cruise ship, for your cruise tours and all that, right? So it's a little bit versatile for you. It's a little bit, kind of catch all kind of stuff. But with with Delta, unfortunately, those points cannot be transferred to any other place. They died there. You have to use it in a Delta related flight. So that's why, you know,
But
I
with, but with like a 12,000 worth of miles
yes.
be enough for a leg when if you say, okay, let me use it to book on Delta.
Yeah. So Delta, okay, let's do a Delta
It should.
specific. Yes,
It
let's
should.
do a Delta specific search. Where is it? Delta. Okay. So now this is just searching everything relating to Delta. Okay. This is Cancun to Miami. This is 5,000 points. And this is Delta. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see like all the places that you can go. So since we're in DFW, let's see if there is any DFW deal that is
So is
going
there
on.
a difference between the points and the miles?
No,
It's the
there's no
same. It's
difference.
the same terminology. It's the same usage.
Yes, it's the same thing. So
Okay.
British Airways calls their own Avios. Delta calls it miles. Some people call it points. It's still all the same reward process. It's just different names.
Okay.
Yeah. So DFW to ATL, technically you can pay 7,200 points and fly one leg from DFW to Atlanta, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So tools like this will help you see what are some of the deals. So that your 12,000 points can actually get you one leg of a flight to somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do
George.
have a question too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my question is gonna be like, I do have Amex Gold card. I
Mm-hmm.
pay almost 400 for per year,
Yeah.
and I asked it the last time I'm about to drop it, like because I can see that I can actually get other card less than 100. I'll be paying less than 100 dollar for like 90 something dollars. I'll still have more reward. What
Mm.
do you think? Do you think I should drop it? Because I can actually have two other cards, travel cards, other than and benefit me and will be paying less annual fee than what I'm paying for the MS Gold card.
Yeah. I would say spend a little bit more time and formulate your strategy first, right? Formulate your strategy how you want to be earning points. Because what happens once you downgrade, you don't want to come back tomorrow and tell them, that you want to get the card back. But there is another strategy. You can tell them if you feel like, I think with your card, you can earn 4x on restaurants and 4x on gas stations, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I think you showed it. You can earn 4x. It's the business one that is horrible. I have the business one. I'm thinking about canceling it too. It's not giving me as much points. The only reason I signed up for it, it gave me 175,000 points when I signed up for it. You know, that was what I used for my business class to Europe. 175,000 points. I couldn't close my eyes to the offer. I went
Hmm.
ahead, signed up for it, and I've traveled a lot of places with that point. Up to now, I haven't finished it. It's about 57,000 points remaining. Um, so yeah, from time to time, you are gonna get some offers that are really mouth-watering, and you can't do anything, and you just want to sign up for it. But yeah, I would say spend some more time and strategize what is your traveling obligation going to be. That 4x in restaurant and 4x in gas stations, it's actually huge. But then I don't know if it's warranting that 300 and something card fee, you know. I think there are other benefits. I like my Capital One, this Capital One and Chase. I like them. I think everybody should have those cards with them, because with Capital One, I can book like really, really amazing, amazing trips. Like, I don't know. I was gonna show you guys this. Let me show you guys this real quick. Where is my? Okay, it's
Do
right
you
here.
want to do an example? I want to book a Houston flight, but I don't know how to do it.
Yes, let's do that example real quick.
Okay. I want to go to Houston on the 7th and come back the same day.
The same day?
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right, let me show you guys this, and then we can do an example for Miriam. So me and my wife, we want to do like a New York trip. Now this one, we want to spend like 1 week in New York, and we have a lot of IHG points. Hotels in New York, they are crazy expensive, super super expensive. So for 4 nights, we're supposed to pay this 1,697,000, right? For 4 nights. Okay, this is Hyatt. So this is what we eventually paid. We paid 193,000 points, IHG points, for this hotel. And this is all the points I've been accumulating for a very, very long time, right? I used the points and paid for it. And I think at some point in time they were doing a promo 50% off. So I used like $500 and I bought some points, for 50,000 points. And that was what I used. Technically, obviously I had to use some money to buy points, but it is still lesser than paying 1,697, for this particular hotel. And then later, I'll tell you guys why I love Chase. I love Chase points because of this. I think, Miriam, you asked me that question. I love Chase points because of this Word of Hyatt. So, Word of Hyatt only transfers Chase points, and their hotels are the best points redemption I have ever seen. You know, let me give you man, there are so many examples I could give, but you are going to see like a very five-star hotel and it's going for 30,000 points. That is so unheard of. If you compare that with Marriott and compare that with Hilton points, Hilton is crazy expensive. Marriott is crazy expensive, but these hotels, especially World of Hyatt, it's amazing. So we paid 58,000 points, and you can see the price difference. This is the same New York for 2 nights, 58,000 points. The other one was 193,000 points. And this is the cash offer um if we were to pay cash for it. It's 797 if we were to pay cash for those two hotels, those 2 nights that we're going to stay. Or we paid 58,000 points. So, yeah. So, Miriam, we will be closing in like 21 minutes. So, prepare your questions and all that. Miriam, how can we help?
So I looked on the points.me. I want to do Dallas to Houston in the morning and then Houston back to Dallas later in the day. I saw it for 4,500 points each leg, but I don't have any of the things listed there. So is there any way I can transfer from
DFW,
December 7? Yeah.
DFW to Houston. Where do you want to go? Is it hobby or
Anyone? No. Maybe
There are two
yeah, hobby
let's
might be closer, but let me see how much.
okay. So the beautiful thing about this thing is that you can put multiple Houston. Okay. What date? Are you
December
flexible?
7.
Are you
No,
flexible? You're not
no.
flexible. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So that's the thing. You might pay premium, but let's see what we can find. December what?
7.
December 7. Okay. Let's see. Do you care about class or just
No, I don't care about the class.
okay? I don't know. I think this Alaska, they have a hub in DFW. All their flights are crazy cheap. You know, like look at this one, 4,500 points, you know, and they actually have what date are you traveling again? Sorry.
7, December 7.
7. Okay. I have to search this again.
Okay. Oh, this is the other C.arrow because I had
Yeah.
used the point.me.
I want to narrow this down to just 7th. I have no record yet. 07. Okay. All right. So we're actually doing practicals right now, guys. Let's see. So this is American. So the reason why I say flexibility matters a lot is because you don't actually know, you know, sometimes the time will work for you, sometimes the time will not work for you, right?
Yeah.
So that's where flexibility. Let's look at this American and see. All right, Tega, thank you. Thank you for joining. All right, so look at this one. This is a one-way trip from DFW to Houston, and this is leaving 7 a.m. And you see the price, it's
Yeah.
8,500 points, right? So technically, what I have to do is that I go back to this sheet right here and find American Airlines. This is American. And you are going to see American doesn't transfer, right? Technically, you need to have their credit cards to be able to transfer. So I showed
Oh.
you guys I have like American this thing here and I have like 100,000. So if me and my wife were going this thing, I'll just book this flight, you know, because you know it balances very well. And actually most of them are 8,500 points. Um so yeah, let's look for and see if there is any other. Yeah, wisdom will get to you and see if there is any other. Where is that thing again? Seats. Let's see if there is any other airline that is flying. So this is Qantas. So look at even though this airline is listed in Qantas, this thing you can see that this is still AA. You see that AA is
Yeah.
still an American Airlines flight. So now this is where your saving grace can come in. So let's look at Qantas. You see
American
Qantas,
Express,
yeah,
yes.
you can transfer American Express. So let's look at that real quick. So what you have to do is that you have to go and create a Qantas what is it called again? Account. Um and then you go to DFW to Houston. Oh man, I don't know which airline. Where is it landing again? It's landing hobby. Hobby. And then the date is December 7th, right?
Yes.
Actually, we want a one-way trip, December 7th. And then you have to click on this reward. Some airlines will say Avios, some will say points. You have to click on that because it requires like a very specific search. So you see that That is the
Mm,
same. That is the same. This thing right here.
American.
Yeah. So I can technically go right here and click on if I have login with them and I book this flight. And that is what you can do. So you are booking the flight with 9,300 points, you know, and then you have to do another search, the one that is coming back to DFW, because remember, whenever you book with points is usually a one-way ticket, you know. So I think I
Mm-hmm.
saved you some money here.
I think I can do that, yes, because the
Yes.
flights are expensive. So is there a reason why it's 4,500 points on point.me?
Um, is there a reason why?
Like is costing lesser points on the other side, although it's American.
Although is it the same flight time?
Yes, 7:10 to 8:33.
Are you on your laptop? Can you share your screen?
Uh, actually, so I'm on my phone on the meeting, but I
Okay.
have my laptop on here. Okay, let me.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. It might be
But
because
well, you said it's American, so American, since you can't
They
transfer,
can't transfer, so I wouldn't even
um,
still be able to do it.
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So, but I mean, technically, look at the same flights. It's but this one is listed in Alaska, but it's
yeah.
still 4,500. So this might be what they are showing in points.me. But then you need an Alaska credit card or something. Alaska doesn't transfer with a whole lot of people. But
Um,
yeah, this will require you to do a
so I
little
don't know
bit
if you
of
can see it.
research. Let's.
So hold on 1 second. I think I need to clean this. So here, this is the point.me. So there's this one here. It's quite blurry, but I don't know why. So it's 710 and then it's 4,500 points and $18. So Built is another credit card. I see.
So from time to time, they might be having some deals going on with different type of people, different type of credit cards. It's all about business for them.
So that means I have to sign up for seats.aero again, because if I want to do that one, or do I just do the, okay, since you already did the search, I can just go straight to that Qantas and book it, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
It's on
okay,
so everything you are seeing here, it's things that are in the website.
okay,
This is more like a Google search. It's searching for reward points everywhere.
okay.
You know. All right, we have 12 more minutes. Wisdom, what you have? Wisdom, you have a question? You're on
So
mute if you.
I wanted to ask, talked about the Chase Sapphire,
Yeah.
Amex, and the Capital One. Is it a venture card?
Yes.
Okay. Then how about for like the hotels? So are the cards separate? Like, do you also get a separate card for the hotels, or you can also use the points from this one to
So
apply to one hotel?
yeah, you can transfer. So if you look right here, if you go down here, you are going to see all the hotels and what you can transfer. So if you have an American card, you can transfer to Marriott Bonvoy. You have a
Oh.
Chase card, you can transfer. So look at these two cards here. These three cards, 1, 2, 3. I would
Mm-hmm.
suggest you get them, right?
Okay.
So because I am doing this class for free, I would recommend or suggest that you use my referral code, because
Mm.
if you use my referral code, they will give me some points for referring you. That's
Okay.
just the benefit I get for organizing this class for you guys. But um so I posted it in the chat. These are my
Chat.
referral codes. So if you
Okay.
want to apply for any of them, these are the three cards. But also understand that Chase Sapphire card is 790 something dollars per year.
Okay.
Amex card, I mean, Miriam can tell you how much that one costs. I think it's 890 something right now. And then Capital One card is just 95. I would suggest that you start with Capital One.
Capital One.
It
Okay.
is just $95 and play the game. play the game at
First.
least. Travel somewhere with points. Enjoy
Mm-hmm.
it. After enjoying it, then upgrade to Chase. Chase is a
Okay.
very, very good card, right? When you get
Okay.
Chase cards, I'm going to be teaching you guys some Hyatt strategy. It's amazing what you can do with Hyatt points. You can travel for free and do a whole lot of stuff. You know,
Okay.
I'll tell you guys how I'm using like advanced strategy to earn points. I showed you guys the shopping portal. That's just one way. There are just like a lot of other advanced strategies. But I don't want to bore you guys today.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. You've done well, sir.
no problem. All right, guys. Any other question before we call it a day today? This, to be
I
honest,
think I had a final question, if you don't
yeah, go
mind.
for it. Go for it.
I think my question is like, I know you're talking about all these credit cards, but I wonder like how we can keep getting them without it dropping our credit score.
Oh yeah, that's the necessary evil.
Oh, it's gonna drop?
Yeah,
Okay.
it will drop. It will tank your score for maybe 5 points to 10 points or thereabouts. Because they are doing hard inquiry on you. But the thing is that's why, when I was talking to Wisdom, I was like, you have to, and also talking to George too, you have to have your strategy, right? I think George has about 18 cards. I don't think you need all that 18 cards, right? You just need about 2 to 3 cards to start the thing, you know when you start it, you are going to start seeing, oh, I want to earn these airline points. I want to earn this. Then your vision is a little bit clear. I would suggest start with that Capital One. It's just 95 dollars per year. And then build your points from there. I think their welcome offer might be 75,000 points. That was the welcome offer they gave me. And with everything I've showed you guys, you can actually take yourself on a very nice vacation. Airline paid for, hotel paid for, car rental paid for, with that 75,000 points. And you can go with anybody, any dear person of yours, right? And just feel it, enjoy it. And if you guys need any help, I'm gonna, give you guys my anybody that wants to schedule a call with me, I'll give you my calendar. You book like a 30-minute session, and then if you need any direction, I can give you some direction on that. So yeah, that is what I would suggest. But yeah, it will tank your score, but that thing doesn't remain there forever. Just like if you're applying for any loan, they're gonna do a hard inquiry on you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. Any other question? So, George, I would suggest you spend a little bit more time, figure out what your strategy is going to be. Um, See if that card is still beneficial or useful. If not, this is what you can do. You can call them on the phone and ask them for a retention offer. So if you call Amex on the phone, because they don't want you to cancel your card, right? You can tell them, hey, I need a retention offer. They'll be like, okay, we can give you 50,000 points if you still retain your credit card and not cancel. That can be 50,000 points you can use to take yourself on a travel vacation or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I still have until August. I just paid this last August, so
Yeah.
I have almost 10 months before, 10 to 11 months before I can take decision. So
Yeah.
that will help.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I hope you've learned one or two things. We would have subsequent classes coming up, and if you have any question, please post it in the group because I'm trying to prepare a presentation, but I need to know what direction I am going to go, especially with a lot of people that are starting the points game. So yeah, thank you for joining. I hope you guys have a great week ahead.